5 mistakes that I made when I purchased my first investment property. What are those 5 mistakes? If you want to know, then stick around. Back in 2015, when I purchased my first investment property, I did not know a lot of things. In fact, I was very much ignorant. So there are a lot of mistakes that I made in my first investment property. I am based in Sydney and I was actually planning to look for a cheaper property in Queensland. So I actually took a flight and I went to that location, and I actually saw on the same day one property. There was a for sale by owner sign, and as my first mistake was that the house had a swimming pool. And I was in awe of seeing the swimming pool. I felt like, oh, I want to enjoy in that swimming pool. And it gave me that emotional connection immediately. And that was my first mistake, because having a swimming pool in a house is a lot of maintenance cost. And all these maintenance costs, if the pool gets broken, if the machine is not working, and all this works that needs to be done by the owner. So I bought the property, and then I had to pay quite a lot of money to fix these things and making sure the ongoing maintenance that I had to pay. That was the mistake, because I certainly advocate everyone, do not buy a property with a swimming pool. You will pay a substantial more money because it has a swimming pool, it has an emotional appeal. If you are living in the property, then it makes sense. But if you have if it is an investment property, then there is no point of having a swimming pool in the house. You might get $10, $20, $30 extra rent, but it's not worth it. So swimming pool is a big no-no for me going forward. Mistake number 2, I was too emotional. I wanted to buy a property, and seeing that the Sydney market was really high at that time, I wanted to go elsewhere where I can buy something cheaper. And I landed up in Queensland. However, I didn't do much research about that area. I didn't know about the council, and I actually saw the property, so I wanted to buy that property. So I became too emotional about buying that property, and that is not good for an investment, because you need to go with numbers. You need to keep your emotion out, because it is just a financial decision. I went for that property, and as a result I actually ended up paying a little bit more than I was supposed to. So that was the second mistake, being too emotional with the property. I would strongly encourage everyone to not be too emotional. Think about it. You are not going to stay in that house. It is someone else who is going to live in the house. You are providing the accommodation, you are providing the service, and it is your investment decision. So because it is your investment decision, you always have to see the numbers, and if you are losing money, then you probably need to think about why you are buying an investment property. Mistake number 3, bought the property without knowing the rental market. Well, I went to, as I said, that from Sydney, I actually went to that area, and then I saw the property, and as soon as I saw the property, I actually started making that deal. It was a mistake. In a way, I didn't see other properties. What I was supposed to do was seeing 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 different properties in that area at least, and even some other areas, and then comparing it and then buying the which one would be the best. But because I was so emotional, and I didn't know anything about the rental market there as well, so how much rent I'm going to get, I didn't know. I was just being very emotional, and then ended up buying that property. Knowing a rental market is very important, how much rent that you are going to get from the house, so that you can do the calculations of whether how much you are going to make money or how much you are going to lose money. I did not know all these things. However, for me it works out nicely, because I got a better rent as soon as the property got settled. There are some fix that I had to do, and after that the property actually got tenanted. However, luck is not always in favor of you. Sometimes if you buy a property and with a wrong rental market, where you see that there are lots of vacancy, then you might even have a lot of longer term of vacant property, which you don't want. So knowing the rental market is very important. If you are planning to buy right now, of course in Australia, across Australia, the rental market is quite high. It means that the vacancy rate is very low, but that doesn't happen all the time. And back in 2015 it was not the case. I actually had to give some incentives, and then got it tenanted. Mistake number 4, not doing any research and went ahead with that property. One of the things in property investment, you must have a big goal, and that goal will actually breaking into a smaller goal, and from there onwards that small goal will dictate which property you're going to buy. So your goal should dictate which property will buy. In my case, when I bought my first property, I didn't have any goal. I just have a kind of a mindset that I want to buy a property. So I actually went ahead and bought my property. So no research, did not know anything about the council requirements, did not know how much rates I'm going to pay. Like a lot of things I didn't know. When I did the building and pest inspection and found out some of the things, I could have negotiated much better with the landlord, saying that, oh, these are the things needs to be fixed, and can you fix it, or can we make sure that we get some sort of a reduction. So doing research is important. The same property in today's market, same condition, of course, I could have got at least 15-20,000 less, because I know a lot of things now, and now I'm experienced. I know how to negotiate. So many things matters a lot. So make sure you do your due diligence, make sure you do your research before you buy the property. You compare 2, 3, 4 different locations in the same area and see that number of properties before you put the offer. Don't be too emotional. Do some research, so that way you understand that what is happening in the market. And the last but not the least is not comparing the quotes when in terms of fixing things. When I bought my first investment property, there are a lot of things that needed to fix, because it's an older house. It's about 35 years old house that I bought. It's a 2-story building, and there are a few things that I needed to fix. To fix those things, I hired a builder, and that builder actually fixed everything. But what I was supposed to do, or I should have done, is to get multiple quotes from different builders, because getting multiple quotes, then you can compare that which one is better, who is asking how much, or what's the service that you're providing. I was so busy with my work, so I didn't do this kind of comparison and this kind of multiple quotes. So this is something that I highly recommend people, that hey, if you're buying something, an old house, and then you think that these are the things that needs to be fixed, of course you got a bargain, or you have done the negotiation so that your price point was agreed and you are happy with this purchase, and then to fix those things, make sure you take multiple quotes. There is no reason why you should not be taking multiple quotes, because taking the multiple quotes, you would be actually able to compare, and then who is providing the better quotes, who is providing the better service, then you will go ahead with them. So these are my 5 mistakes. If you bought your first investment property already, or maybe many more, then what are the mistakes that you made? Because we all learn. If you have any mistakes, then put this in the comment section. And before you go, remember one thing, that buying a problem and selling a solution is the ultimate way to make money in real estate. I hope you like this video. If you find this video helpful, then consider liking this video, subscribe my channel, and turn the notification bell on, so you get to see more videos like this, and it will also help me to reach out to more people like you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.